The gymnastic system is not built around efficiency. So when you're learning it, we teach really small children to learn the perfect forward roll and backward roll and handstand and somersault. We kind of need to get them that young so that there's so much complexity in that stuff that they're learning that we need them to develop in that way. But it doesn't mean that it's the most efficient system for movement. Gymnastics is done mostly through the sagittal plane, so that's like if you stand up straight and you bend straight forwards, that is the sagittal plane. We don't have, our body isn't built to ever really move that way specifically. We much prefer twisting and turning and
unilateral and
one-sided movement. We write with one arm rather than with both arms. We're not ambidextrous because actually most of the time we prefer to do things.
We walk in a gait. We don't somersault down the road in a front something.
That's why we use opposite arm and leg as well. Is there's all the rotation and twisting going on. Gymnastics actually is designed to be the most difficult way to do things. That's how the sport was designed to be. I'm going to show that I'm stronger than everybody else by deliberately choosing the most difficult way to do the movement and doing it better than anyone else can. So yeah, if you look at like training systems like the capoeira or tricking, even breakdancing and stuff like that, you see much more twisting, and people without a sprung floor, without any assistance, they're able to generate much more force and movement because they're going towards the natural, going in the natural ways the body twists and moves.
With the movement.
Yeah. So gymnastics, I think, is like a good ultimate goal to achieve. But if you want movement, if you just want a movement practice, it's probably not the best one to get into at a late stage. If you're already a high-level athlete and you want to get into complementary movement, it might be a really good one to look at just because it will force you to think really hard about what you're doing. But I actually think for adults, you're probably best to find your way into gymnastics through some of the other acrobatic movements and styles.
Yeah, because you can learn something that is actually naturally slightly more efficient, slightly more freedom, so probably slightly more enjoyable to start with in terms of reaching those little goals. And then as you're getting more confident and more comfortable with it, you can actually get a little bit tighter with your restrictions, as in your line that you'll have in, the way some like capoeira that you, for example, have a completely straight leg or a pointed toe.
Yeah.
But then once you get more confident and you want to push a little bit harder, you can start getting that little bit more restrictive. If that's what you want.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, and that's the one of my favorite things and least favorite things about when people compare their sports. Like I always heard, like I said, everyone thinks, oh, gymnastics, there's no other sport that allows you to move in this many ways. And I've got into a lot of sports and a lot of movement practices in my life. Every single one of them said that about, well,